everyone.
Hi, everyone.
I'm Tracey.
I'm Carol.
And we are my Droughtlander. Purgatory. Purgatory. This is one of these videos where we don't have a whole lot to say on Outlander because nothing is really happening in the Outlander world.
Right, and we don't talk shipping.
Oh.
We talk shipping, not shipping.
Oh, well played.
Thank you.
She'll be here all night. No, we do not talk shipping. No, we're not even gonna go there. But we are gonna talk shipping, as in turn, and we are gonna talk Lorelai and Rory, as in Gilmore Girls. If you're out on the road, feeling lonely and so cold, all you have to do is call my name and I'll be there on the next train.
I never get this far because we're like, hey man, when you watch 5 Gilmore Girls in a night, every night of your life for a month, you really kind of have to move it along.
So quick drink check. I'm drinking the same. I mean, it's not the same bottle, but it's that Kuma wine that I think I was drinking in the last video, the Kumadra wine.
I'm drinking the same one I always drink. Welcome to Cabot.
Wait, I brought you a bottle of Santa Margarita at Thanksgiving. Why is that?
I'm going to waste that on a video? No way. Actually, it's one of the cute little bottles. It's not the little teeny bottle. It's the one that I told you that Tom found for me.
Oh, yeah.
How cute is this, you guys? Not too big, not too small.
I just found a really, we both did because I think you used it too. I found a really good Groupon today, you guys. 15 bottles of wine for like $59 with the promo code. Awesome.
Good hostess gift. She goes to a lot of parties.
Yeah. Did you get it too?
I didn't. I'd have to present that one.
No, I was like, are you kidding? Like $4, $5 a bottle? Like, hello, hostess gifts. Like, you get a wine, and you get a wine, and you get a wine. Okay.
You get a wine. You get a wine. You get a wine. Everybody gets themselves a wine.
So, anyway, we're just really checking in here. Like you said, not a whole lot of Outlander stuff, but as you recall, way back when we were approaching the end of the Outlander season, Carol and I decided, okay, here's what we're gonna do. It'll be amusing during Droughtlander. One of her favorite shows has been Turn, Washington Spies.
Is
it Washington's 'S spies? Like he owns the spies, or is it just Washington spies? Like they're like
Washington's. He doesn't own them, of course. No one owns Ben Talmadge, but his spies. They're spying for him. Thus, right. Washington 'S spies.
Right.
Watch me be wrong.
Right. And then, so I was going to watch that if Carol watched one of my favorite shows, Gilmore Girls, which I, as you probably remember, had binged like probably about a year ago. I started it and went all the way through spring, got through all 7 seasons, have watched the revival. That will be a later video at some point when Carol is done. But so we wanted to bring you up to date on that. And then just, whatever other stuff. Carol, you weren't going to tell me something because you were like, I'll tell you the video. So what were you going to tell me?
Not going to touch that. What were we talking about?
Your hair.
Oh, just now?
Yeah. You were like, I'm going to, oh wait, save it for the video.
No, I just think it's funny. I mean, these guys can totally relate. First I was talking about Botox. Who doesn't need a little? Haven't tried it, but I really think I'm going to cave.
Under eye.
Yeah. Yeah. Just need a little. Do you ever look in the mirror and just do this and go, oh, I look so much better. And then I see these videos and I'm like, oh God, the lines. What the heck? Okay. So anyway, let's get right to.
Wait,
First of
I
all,
have one more thing. I have one little thing, which is that, and I'm gonna confess to you guys, like, you know how like every once in a while you figure something out that's just like, how did I not figure this out? Like for the past, say 5 years that we've been doing this video in this spot. So like,
I'm
so
afraid.
because we don't really have a studio set up. Anytime that we do a video, I have a laptop, but I mean, like, you probably know by now if you've done these before, you can't just stick the laptop on the desk and like film it because it's going to film you from this way. And that's just like, no amount of Botox is going to help that. It's just bad. So you have to bring the laptop up, right? And so I have like a big box of greeting cards from Costco that I set the laptop on. And it's like this big tower, right? Well, tonight I realized, after all these videos and these many years, that my chair is adjustable.
Oh my God, you're right. I could be in a shorter
all
stool.
I really needed to do is like, and I'm not going to do it now because I have it set up good, but all I really needed to do is lift the lever and bring the chair down.
And all I need to do is get I'm on a counter height stool. I could just get a shorter stool that I have around here somewhere. Oh my God.
I know. Isn't it like eye-opening? And like,
I swear to God,
embarrassing at the same time?
I swear we really are smart. I swear. We just don't think outside the box sometimes. Wow. Very, very good. Let me tell you what mine is on. I need to take a picture so you can jam this into the video. I think this is some type of little cigar box or something. This is all from Tom's office, but some of it's mine. Then we have David McCullough's 1776, which is this big.
Okay.
And then we have, I don't know how to say this, Nigel Blundell, Scotland, which is this. So I have this much. Duh. So great. Thank you for that. For next, guys, we all know you get to a certain age, can't be shot from down here. No.
You need to shoot from above.
Yes. Little too much. What is this? Decollage or
decolletage.
Something?
But your decolletage is like here. It's not.
Decollage. What is that?
With plaster, I think.
Yeah. Cannot be shot from down here. Must be up high.
Yes, above, much better than below. If you like want to make your own videos, you need to know that. Okay, so
if you're not 25,
yeah. So let's update you on the little bargain that Carol and I struck. Turn and Gilmore Girls. Carol, do you want to go first and let everyone know where you are with everything?
Yes. Well, let me just remind those of you who know already, and for those of you who don't, Tracey and I made this deal that I was going to watch Gilmore Girls if she watched Turn. Mind you, Turn is 3 seasons and I don't know, maybe 8 episodes,
10
12
episodes per.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was maybe 7 or 8 in to the first season of Gilmore Girls when I very innocently asked Tracey, how many episodes are there in a season? And it was on one of these videos, so it's in cyberspace, where she then replied, I think there's like 22. So anyway, blah, blah, blah. Okay. This was like a month ago. All right. I have been watching with Tom.
Well, Carol, will we get Tom in here to talk about Gilmore Girls?
Tracey, why didn't we do that on Thanksgiving when there was plenty of libation? Like, why? We should have. I don't know about today, but another day, definitely. Okay. It depends on if we're having good conversation about that. Okay. Maybe I should unplug you. Anyway, you guys.
Oh, before we say anything, well, all right. I want to give a spoiler warning for Turn and Gilmore Girls. But,
yes.
But just let's talk about where we are and everything right now.
Okay, well, spoiler warning.
Spoiler warnings, not for the whole thing. For Gilmore Girls, not the revival, because Carol's not at it yet. Where are you in Gilmore Girls?
Season 6. I believe we got maybe 10 minutes into episode 7, and I was like, that's it. It was like 10:30, 11 o'clock, and I was done. All
right, so spoilers up to that point. I am also watching Turn. I'm about to start season 2, episode 7. I'm about halfway through the series thus far.
Gee, you seem to be rolling through season 2 a lot faster than season 1. Did I not tell you
I will
that?
say that it has achieved the honor of being watched on my iPad when I'm on the elliptical in the morning. Now, that's partly because I just can't take Morning America anymore because it's just going to hell in the handbasket. But I would normally watch Good Morning America if I'm on the elliptical, but I just can't anymore with that. And I'm just not a Today Show girl anyway. So
I don't watch any of those shows because they all kind of get on my nerves.
Well, I used to really like Good Morning America, but not anymore. Anywho, so
Tracey broke up with George.
I know, and I kind of miss George, but like, you know, I love Lara, and she's getting shoehorned out, and I'm just like not happy about that.
Really? Why?
I kind of feel I don't know. You can't tell when anybody's. Well, Michael Strahan came on first of all.
Oh,
and
don't
he
get
is
her
like the king of the
started.
castle now.
Tracey is not a fan.
You know, I like Michael Strahan when he's on like Kelly and Michael, but like when he's trying, you know, when he's talking about like Aleppo, not so much.
Is he really? Why do they have him doing that?
They got him front and center from like the get-go.
I would think that people want to see. I think he was super popular because of like the funny, zany things he did on Kelly and Michael and stuff.
I mean,
I wouldn't
he does that too. He does all the you know, the like who's the shopping lady, the bargain lady, the steals and deals. He does all that.
I don't know. I don't watch it.
Interviews half the people, but like they got him front and center in the 7 to 7:30 hour, like where they do the hard news.
Yeah, no. I just like Lara in Flea Market Flip.
That show's okay, but it's
my favorite.
It's just tight for me because I can't believe that they resell all that stuff. I mean, I've been to those flea markets in the city. Like they're not, you know, nobody's buying a $300 like, you know, toilet that was made into an end table.
An altar, a prayer nook. I know sometimes they make stuff and I'm like, I want that. But honest to God, I always laugh because I think now whoever bought that, are they going to be watching Flea Market Flip in a few months and see their item back with this toilet and be like, I can't believe I spent $300 on a toilet prayer nook.
But anyway, so I am now watching Turn on the elliptical in the morning when I'm working out.
Are you able to really pay attention? I can't be, because I'll tell you what, like if I'm on the treadmill, Shannon wanted me to try American Housewife, and it is funny, but it's like a little sitcom, you know, like, I don't know. I can't really concentrate on something like Turn.
No, and it makes the time go by. It went really fast today. The half hour was up like that.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. So, all right. So go ahead. So you were talking about your experience with Gilmore Girls. So you and Tom, how did you talk Tom into watching it?
I didn't have to. I watched the first episode and I said, I think Tom would really like this. And the two of us watched it. I watched it again and we both really enjoyed it. And that was it. And we've been watching it multiple episodes a day ever since.
Wow.
And yeah, I mean, I think our record is 5.
Oh my God. That's like Breaking Bad numbers for me.
Well, that's what Tom keeps saying. Like, it's not like when we binged Breaking Bad. That's the only binge we've ever had that was this severe was Breaking Bad. And that was just because it was so good. But with this, we knew we wouldn't make it in time for the revival, but we wanted to get as far as we could. And now we're just so addicted. And, you know, these people become like your family. So, you know, like Paris walks in and I'm like, girl, I haven't seen you in a couple days. Where you been? Where you at? You know, and sometimes I have a low voice and sometimes I hear myself and I'm like, my God, that sounded like Paris. Really like it. Love everybody. We've come to really love Kirk. Kirk could be like our adopted son. He's so adorable and hilarious and funny. And at first it started when he would just show up at like every job, like every 5 minutes, he has a new job. And it reminded me of a skit we used to crack up at on, did you ever watch In Living Color with the Wayans, all the Wayans?
Not too much.
Oh my God, it was like the whole Wayans family and Jim Carrey.
Right.
And oh my God, they had this one skit where I think like they were from like, were they from the Bahamas? They had like 1 million jobs. And like, it was the same type of thing. Like the person would be a waitress, and then she'd be a nun, and then she'd be working at the grocery store. And every once in a while they'd stop and look at the camera and go, 10 jobs, Mom. And that's what makes me think of Kirk. I mean, that's what I think of when I see Kirk. Adorable, love Lorelai. I have to say, if you have to pick your Gilmore Girls spirit animal, mine is Lorelai, because she is just, there's times when I'm like, did these people like talk to people I know when they were writing this character? Tracey, admit it. I mean, she's totally ADHD, like high.
Oh,
she's
yeah.
all over
Oh,
the
yeah.
place.
She's very squirrel.
Yeah, she's very like, yeah, but I'm like, oh my God. Like, there's been times when she's had situations that I've had that I'm like, oh. Anyway, really like it a lot. Right now, for anybody who watches or has watched, we are dealing with Rory and Logan, and she's not in college. And Yale started up again a few weeks ago, and Richard is finally on to that. What's their name? Hirschberger?
The Huntsbergers.
Huntsberger family. And Emily gave the mother a piece of her mind.
That was so good. That was so good.
It was so great. So, love it. Love it, love it, love it. So, on to Turn.
Well, wait. I'm going to ask you a couple more questions.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you Team Dean, Team Jess, or Team Logan?
No contest. Don't even have to think about it. Team Dean from day one.
And why?
Because he is just a good soul, and he is there for her, and he cares about her, and it's not all about him. I liked the way that she rubbed off on him, and I don't know what happened. That's the one complaint Tom has about Gilmore Girls. They just bring something up and then they just drop it. So I liked the fact that he was, not that everybody has to go to college, so not one of those people. I don't think that at all. But I liked that he was planning on going, because she really talked to him and thought, you know what, I think that you should think about it. And next thing you know, he was going to go to Southern Connecticut State or something. What was it? And then next thing you know, he's getting married. I mean, it was so kooky, the whole thing. But Team Dean, Team Jess, I can't stand. I mean, can't stand him. I tried for a little while to feel bad for the kid and be like, hey, he hasn't gotten a fair shake and blah, 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 blah. He's gotten a million fair shakes, okay? The guy's a loser. And Logan, bigger loser than Jess. I'm sorry. At least Jess has some, I don't know. I have a love-hate relationship with Logan. Logan, like, sometimes says things. I like his confidence, and I like that doesn't seem like he's trying to put on a show or anything. I just think he's so far removed from the real world that he's not right for Rory.
Interesting. In what way is he not from the real world?
Just the little parties and situations he has with his friends.
The life and death brigades. That's
that whole thing makes me sick. And I just feel like he's been pampered every day of his life, mm-hmm. and he doesn't really know how the other half lives. Mm-hmm. And nor does he really care. I kind of respect that about him. He doesn't make any bones about it. Like, I'm not saying he's a bad guy or he wouldn't stop to help someone. I'm just saying he's not trying to be something he's not. He's not trying to make it seem like he's all caring and, going mm-hmm. to the food bank and serving. But at the same time, that gets old after a while. Mm-hmm. And I'm just wanting to shake Rory and be like, you were not brought up like this. You have better values than this. It's not all about partying. It's not all a Birkin bag. I mean, really?
But Rory didn't know what the Birkin bag was. That was what was like so great about it.
Again, I don't want to make it seem like I would kick a Birkin bag out for eating crackers. I salivated just like everyone else when that Birkin bag came on the screen. Okay, but what was that? Here, have a Birkin bag. Like, how about giving her the Whitman sampler first?
Was it like? Do you think it was like in Devil Wears Prada, where like he just had extras because like a friend of his did a photo shoot, or like works at Vogue or whatever, and they're just like, again, handing them out like candy. like,
Oh
here,
my
I have this extra
God.
book back.
Yeah,
Want it?
right. Probably his father. Ooh, and don't get me started on his father.
Oh, what's
And
his name? Huntsberger. Mitchell Huntsberger.
Richard should have looked at him in that bathroom and said, dude, no matter what, at least I don't have two-tone hair. I just look at it. I'm like, what? I really, for a little while there, thought maybe he did it on purpose because remember they had that conversation with Rory at that dinner, and oh my God, I forgot Survivor.
Oh, we're taping it.
Yeah, but Ian, we
Do
watched
it on demand tomorrow.
There's a guy named Ian in this house, and Tom. We watch it together every Wednesday night at 8:00. Yikes!
Well, it's gonna have to be Thursday night at 8:00. Don't tell him. Maybe he'll forget it's not
How
Wednesday.
do you think I know? I just heard them in there like, ooh, Survivor. They're about to turn it on.
Oh.
Well. Sorry, guys. I'm going to be late. Okay, so anyway, that dinner where the mother was like being all snotty and everything, and she was all, oh, you're too much of a hardworking college kid, like who's going to have a great career and make something of herself.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that was a little strange.
Okay.
See him because I don't have myself on the screen, so I don't know what just went down. But and so now it's so like Logan's father has sort of turned her into that by what he told her about you don't have it, kid. So then Richard, the light bulb went off over his head in last night's episode where he's like, my God, like he didn't say it out loud, but he's like, we've turned her into that. You know, I mean, this is where the Precious is getting a little out of hand. She's heading up DAR, the DAR,
the DAR,
functions. And it's like, oh, come on, you know.
She's just looking for something now. What was I was going to say? Oh, yeah. I mean, we were talking about this the other day, how like that moment of, I mean, there's so many moments in the show that just like stand with you or stay with you. Like the one moment where Rory's like, I'm leaving. I'm dropping out of school. And Lorelai goes to Richard and Emily and she's like, Rory wants to drop out of school. I need your help. And they're like, that's effed up. No, that's not going to happen. We're totally with you. And she's like, oh my God, I'm so happy you're totally with me. And then like and I think she stays there for some reason. The next day she goes in and there's Richard and Emily with Rory. And they're like, okay, Rory's going to like leave school for a little while and she's going to stay in the pool house. And you could just, you just felt with Lorelai, like punch in the gut, you know, knife in the heart. So the whole time where Richard now is sort of coming on board with like Lorelai was right.
Okay.
It's so great.
How about that whole situation? How Lorelai's like going to her car or something and she like goes outside and looks in the window and Rory is putting books on the shelf. And Rory looks out the window and sees her. They have like a second and goes right back to putting the books up there. And I was like livid, like this woman has been everything, has done everything for you and you know it. Mm-hmm. This is what's bothering me about the storyline is that I feel like they've turned Rory, like I don't like when people mess with the character, mess with the storyline, mess with this, you know, the environment, mess with everything, but don't change the character in the middle of the series. Toward the end of the series, I don't feel like Rory would have done it like this. I just don't.
I think we disagree a little bit because, and we've sort of talked about this a little bit too already, but I feel like this was Rory's rebellion. I really do. I feel very strongly that every kid rebels. It happens. You're hardwired to rebel against your parents. Okay. Thoughts on Luke?
Dreamy McDreampan. That's my thought. And a Philly accent to
I know.
go with it.
Oh my God. He is Philly-licious.
All I keep thinking is it is about time she got with somebody who is worthy of her. Oh my God.
Well, all right. I'm going to say this. I adored Max Medina. Adored him. I loved him.
See, look, I did it.
I loved him so much. I mean, he wasn't the right guy for her, obviously. But I adored him. He was just so smart and funny. and cute, and I loved him. Who else has Christopher? I keep wanting to say Christopher.
Tracey, did I not whisper to you at like Thanksgiving that I was thinking I might be Team Chris? But that went out the window with his stupid antics at that wedding. Renewal of vows, where the mother was like, Chris, you have to come. And he was such a fool. You know what did it? It wasn't so much the negatives about Chris as it was the positives about Luke. When they caught Rory, which I think they all overreacted, it wasn't like they were like in bed naked.
Oh, with Dean?
Yeah, like they were just no. With
I think the point was that Dean was
not
married.
Not Dean.
Who?
Logan. It was so stupid. She and Logan were like in the back room kissing.
They were making out.
Yeah, big deal. And everybody freaked out. But Luke was like, when he said to Chris, like, I'm totally making this up because I don't remember what he said, but he was like, you know, when she was 5 and she cut her hand and we had to go to the hospital, who was there? Where were you? And when she was 12 and needed help with the spelling bee, where were you? And when I moved her mattress in and out and back in again to the dorm room, where were you? And I was like, Luke's her dad. Like, it's totally. Then I was like, I'm all in. When I heard that, I was like, holy cow, he's right. I'm all in.
I love him. What's he doing around season 6, episode 7? Just curious.
You got to stop asking me that because you're freaking me out. Because now I'm starting to wonder what's going to happen. They're going to break up. Oh my God. Da, 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 da. Nothing, because they're just like kind of like doing work. They were doing some work on the house,
They're redoing Lorelai's house, I think, right?
I love the DeLuise dude.
Oh, TJ!
TJ,
so I love them.
He is so funny the way he's like, do you think that I did that? I don't know. Every time he opens his mouth.
Oh my God.
He reminds me of like Tom does this character sometimes in life where I'll say to him, Tom, did you? And he'll go like, well, maybe, I don't know. So he reminds me of like a fake thing. He's so funny. So he put the big hole in the wall and then they had to completely redo it and they were going to redo it anyway. And then Luke was like, well, let's make it bigger and blah, 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 blah. I loved when he was like, we're going to make the house bigger because we're going to live here. Because I knew she didn't want to live in that big, ugly house that he wanted.
The whatchamacallit house. The Wickham house.
And yeah, no. So, and I knew she wasn't going to want to leave her own house.
Right.
After everything.
And why should she? Because that house is great.
And why should she? Because that house is great.
I know.
So I watched that house. I stare at everything. And aren't you watching this like, wow, you know, I've been a little modern in the past few years, but I think I might go back to a little
shabby chic.
Yeah, a little shabby chic, little country, little that little cute little wooden stand in the corner. Oh, tell me I don't salivate over Emily's house. There's a piece in that kitchen, that tall, dark, carved, like mahogany. It is spectacular. I don't know if it's mahogany. It's just dark wood. It's stained dark. I don't know what it is. It's beautiful.
I'll have to look around for pictures or something.
And I don't know if you saw it or not, but I did send you a text asking you to Google for me because I can't Google. And it was basically, I was asking you to.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. I don't even know how to. There's a way on Google to do it, but.
Oh my gosh, you guys! There's a painting behind Emily at dinner that is stunning. You guys, I just want you also to know, I have to throw this in here, that it poured in New Jersey today. So I'm kind of like a little mortified that we're making this video.
I think your hair looks good. I don't even know what mine looks like because and I went to the gym too before I sat down to do this. So, ick. So you like it?
Love it. I have no choice now. I'm in. I'm all in, and it's
well,
like
you're a season and a half left, season and 3/4.
Yes,
and then you guys,
so I went and watched some.
You heard it here first. When they are ready to watch the revival, I'm watching it with them. I've already watched it. I watched.
You might want to let Tom in on that.
Just name the day. Name the day. Maybe we'll do it like over Christmas, or maybe you won't be able to wait that long. Or maybe you might need a break, and then
that's what it's going to come down to. It's going to come down to we're going to be like, all right, it is time. I do have to ask you though, didn't you just love Luke's Philly accent?
I know. Well, I didn't put two and two together. I didn't like really hear it or know it until like I heard some interview with him, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm from Haddonfield," or whatever. And I was like, Haddonfield.
Well, I swear he kept it hidden until like season 4. And then he was saying something and he was like, yeah, it's on it. And I was like, Tom, pause that TV. And I
Google that actor.
Yeah, I grabbed my iPad. I'm like, he's from Philly. And now I swear it's out all the time.
I know.
I don't know if I'm just used to it, like listening for it or what, but he's so Philly.
Yeah, no, he totally is. So speaking of Philly.
Or outside of Philly, maybe Shippensburg, Pennsylvania.
Or, back up where we are to like the York City, Setauket, Long Island. Is Setauket a real place? That's my first question.
Yes, there's maps. They're interactive. Tracey, it's so cool. But don't go online yet.
Okay. So my experience with Turn is as follows. I actually started watching Turn when it was first on. John and I watched it. We got through like, I don't know, maybe 3 episodes, maybe 2. Not very many. And we just gave it up because it wasn't like it was boring. Are you there? Oh, I thought you were frozen. Why?
I'm just cracking up because I'm like, I know what's coming.
It wasn't like it was boring, but it just didn't hold our interest. It was really hard to follow because everybody looked alike. There were guys in red coats and there were guys in blue coats. And I couldn't
tell.
rode
this way.
And they go this way and they go that way. And that's Poldark. But, and we're going to have to talk about that. Poldark. That's going to be like the epilogue of this video. But yeah, it just didn't, I didn't find it compelling. I really liked that Jamie Bell. I liked him from, when he was in, not the Tap Dance Kid, the Billy Elliot, when he was a little boy. You could just put him in your pocket and take him home, which is almost distracting at times. Like he really has to be like 5'3". I mean, talk about the Tom Cruise box. Good Lord.
He's adorable though. He's got that confidence
that's why he and Anna are always having the sex, because like, God forbid they actually stand up straight. It's like this. Hi, I'm Anna. Hi, I'm Jamie Bell.
Wow,
they need to be horizontal all the time.
Wow, you just made me think of something.
Okay, glad I could help.
Just kind of like a parallel to like to Poldark. You know what I mean? Like, you've
Poldark
got your
and Demelza are actually pretty comparable in height too.
Well, no, I'm just saying you've got your person I was supposed to marry or person I was supposed to be with down the road that way.
Right. Oh, and y'all, don't think it's not confusing to be watching Turn and Poldark at the same time. Because good Lord, I can't keep the people on Turn straight. Now you mix in all the Poldark people who are like the same guys.
And they probably are literally the same guy. They're probably the same actors that they go, okay, now you need to go to the Outlander set, but now you need to go to the Turn set, and next week you're going to be on the Poldark set. Tracey, didn't I say if you are a fan of Outlander, you're going to be a fan of Turn, and you're going to be a fan of Poldark?
Right,
it's just...
Let's take Turn. Let's keep going with Turn. So... Okay, so we gave it up. Carol said, you have to do it. It's so great. Yes, yes, yes. It's a little like what we always say about the Outlander, the book, where the first 50 pages are a little hard to get through. Push through. So I started again. I watched all of them again, the ones that I had seen before. And I don't even know, like, when it started getting better. Probably like the last third of
season one
maybe.
Yes.
Honest to God though, I can just barely tell people apart now. Like, Carol always laughs because I say the bad burly dude and good burly dude. There's 2 burly dudes, right?
Caleb
one's on the
and
blue side,
Robert
one's on the
Rogers.
red side. they're both like, you know, rebel-y, you know, like, I'm gonna like, you know, play by my own rules kind of guys, except they do it with Scottish accents. Couldn't tell them apart for the longest time because they don't.
No.
That's
Robert
the other thing too.
Rogers.
Wait. They don't wear the red or the blue because they're like rebels. So
right. But Caleb is American.
I get it now. He's not American though. He has like some other accent.
Well, they all have like the hint. I've told you before. Seth Numrick, who plays Ben Talmadge, his accent makes me weep. It is so the perfection. Because the guy is from Minnesota in real life, the actor. And he's doing a hint of a British accent. He's doing that early American, I came from Ireland, I came from England, I came from Scotland. You know what I mean? And it's like this old generations ago hint of wherever you came from.
But some of them aren't. Some of them have like real heavy duty accents. And some of them have Irish accents and some of them have Scottish accents. Yeah. So anyway, those two dudes really confused me. But then I think there was an episode where they were actually fighting each other. So it was one of those like, okay, they're in the same room. They're not the same person. Then, God help me, I just, like, literally, like, it's been, like, the past episode, or maybe two, that I know his name is Major Hewlett. Didn't know his name before this. And I do love him. He might be my favorite character on the show. But, like, he was the dude... You only would see him, like Jamie Bell's father, the magistrate, would go visit this guy, and he'd be sitting behind a desk in what looked like a stable. Because he's, like, at this desk, kind of like there's my phone. Kind of like, if you could see my desk, it's sort of like that kind of desk. It's just a plain, long desk. Sitting there, you know, with his, like, requisitions and stuff, and there's a big horse behind him. And they'd always, like, talk about, you know, oh, well, blah, 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 blah. Oh, well, blah, 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 blah.
One day, wasn't the horse, like, in the house or something?
I think the horse died eventually. I don't know. And I don't know if, like, crazy-ass Simcoe killed him or not.
What?
We need to talk about Simcoe.
Gladly. I thought you liked him.
He's so over the top and scenery chewing. It's not even funny. I
but
mean,
he's
like,
supposed to be.
It's like, oh, this is strong. Oh, like he just like he could phone that role in. I mean, it's just not. It's not a very nuanced performance. It's just like you can see the director being like, and he'll do the scene, and then the director will be like, "Okay, Simcoe, that was good." But, like, play the crazy. Play up the crazy more. And Simcoe be like, what?
He's like, mark me. I want to see a mark off between him and Mark.
I don't think anybody said mark me yet, because I would have known. I would have remembered that. Mark me. That's what he does sound like, though. He's like, mark me, Mrs. Strong.
Yeah, but you know what? Keep on watching, because... They get a little more depth out of him as it goes on.
So now he's taken the place of burly, bad burly dude. Bad burly dude's off doing some other spying stuff.
Yeah, he's
got the head of the Queen's Rangers now. And I gotta say, Simcoe,
the Queen's Rangers.
Oh. Simcoe looks a bajillion times better without that wig. They all do. How did they not know that those wigs look like shit? Honestly, I guess in the same way we didn't realize that, like, gauchos looked really bad, you know, or
they look so
or
bad.
You know, like the hair flip like that. But like those wigs just look so bad. Like, so why do people wear them?
Well,
Jamie Fraser is like totally on target. Oh, there goes my chair.
Good, now you're lower. There's actually like a Tumblr page or something dedicated to Seth Numrick's hair in Turn, and it's not that he's wearing the done up powdered wig as the character. It's just that the actor, like season 1, his hair's like falling out and they've got like the extension. Season 2, it's his own like long hair that's grown out. And then season 3, he shaved it all off to play a skinhead. So he had to wear like a wig that's like yellow.
I do like when he has a braid though. Like that's very much like when Claire plaits Jamie's hair. That like totally. I'm like, oh, that's what it looks like. Say what?
Who are you talking about? Ben Talmadge?
Ben Talmadge has a braid.
You mean just in the back? Yeah.
Yeah, because they always talk about like
Claire.
Andre. They always talk about Claire braids. Oh, well, Major Andre has that little thing like that chick that was voted out of Survivor has.
Or the girl from
what the hell is my chair?
Or the girl from Till Tuesday in the 80s.
I'll get to him. I'll get to him. Wait, no, Ben Talmadge has the like pulled back hair. Like they always talk about this, how like Claire plaits Jamie's hair, right? She pulls it back, and it's like a little braid about that big. Yeah. But it totally like I never really remembered seeing somebody from that time period with a braid like that. They either have a wig or like they have the like a little ponytail.
They have braids. Yeah, they have a braid.
But I like seeing that. So what else? All right. So Simcoe is just kind of like over the top, too over the top for me.
See, I love that about him. I love Simcoe. Simcoe has quite a following, and I'll tell you right now, there's a huge amount of people who watch because of Simcoe.
Does Tobias Menzies watch because of Simcoe? Because like they could totally Blackjack Randall and Simcoe could totally have a like sadist off.
But up until now, you've seen like Simcoe be like, what? Well, I came from Cornwall,
and I'm going to kill you now.
And going forward, especially like season 3, you're going to be seeing a lot more. Put it this way. Things heat up, so
don't spoil, because now we know he's still around in season 3, and you would kill me for that. Luke still around in season 7. Ha!
Good, because he's a hottie with a Philly accent. Besides, seeing as they did a live Twitter whatever with him today. For the revival.
Well, he's in the revival too. Spoiler.
Okay. So all I'm saying is stick around because you ain't seen nothing yet with Simcoe. Simcoe, you'll see a lot of different things from Simcoe.
Okay. Ben Talmadge, he's fine. He's kind of like put upon a little bit, but whatever. He's sort of a little bland for me, but whatever. GW, like he is just a man. He is a man.
I don't know why. Benjamin, will you come in here, please? How do you like the I don't want to say. I don't know if that was season 2 or season 3. Where are they now?
So, okay. Right now they Jamie Bell just got arrested like last episode for being a double agent in New York. So he's in jail. Simcoe. Okay. So Simcoe and company just left for Oyster Bay, but they're going to stop in Connecticut to rescue Major Hewlett, which Anna asked him to do. And then he totally like sucked face with her, like as a, farewell. And then he was like to like the, his like second in command guy that used to live there. He's all like, that's going to happen a lot more. And the guy's like, where are we going? And he's like, we're going to see Major Hewlett. And the guy's like, oh, we're going to rescue him? No, we're going to let him meet his maker. It's like, could you fit a little more of that scenery in your mouth so you can chew it? So that's where I am right now. So they have to rescue Major Hewlett because he's the only alibi that Jamie Bell has.
I really can't believe that you weren't touched by the little storyline with Anna and Major Hewlett.
Oh, I thought it's very cute. I don't think she's feels anything for him. I think she's playing him like a fiddle.
I feel for her because like she's like a Rolling Stone. Like, what does she have? Ugh.
She has nothing. She has to look out for herself. That's it. So she's doing it. She's doing it. But we have not talked of John Andre, Major Andre. Because if he were discovered on American soil, it could be both our necks.
Tracy.
He is a hottie mixed toasty. Let's.
Oh, I knew you would. I was like, Tracey's
Yeah.
gonna like herself. Some major entree.
Benedict Arnold is like what I don't think we know him enough yet to like really like him one way or the other. But and here's my prediction, and y'all can like laugh and whatever. You should make a Gilmore Girls prediction too, so then we can all say whether you were right. My prediction is that Peggy Shipman is spying for the rebels, and she is playing him like a fiddle, John Andre. That's my prediction. What's your Gilmore Girls prediction?
I don't know. Every time I think I have one, I thought maybe for some weird reason Logan's father was purposely trying to tell her you don't have it, because like they wanted to purposely turn her into the little wifey, like, you know, for Logan. But then he admitted to Richard that he thinks she doesn't have it. So I really don't know what the heck's going to happen on that show.
Interesting. What do you think is going to happen, like with Lorelai?
Please don't ask me these questions because you're going to put stuff in my head. Honestly, if I had to say, and I don't even want to, I am really seriously terrified. I'm not looking at you. I'm seriously terrified that she's going to mess this up and that they're going to end it. He's going to end it. She's going to end it. Something's going to happen. The only thing I can think of, although you kind of told me about how the writers left after season 6. So did they, I know you said they couldn't end it the way they wanted, but check your text, by the way. I wanted you to see something.
I know, I'm seeing something. That's funny.
Did you see that?
Yes. Who are those guys?
That would be George, Benedict, and Ben.
Oh, yikes.
You can't Google.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, Tracey, take another look real quick. Once you get to that point when you're watching Turn and then you like see them in real life and you're like, because honestly, Benedict, I feel bad. I forget the actor's name. He doesn't look nearly, like he's adorable in real life, but they make him look kind of creepy in the show.
All right. So what were you saying about Gilmore Girls? Lorelai?
Squirrel!
And I can't look at you, so I won't.
No, I wasn't looking at you, but then I could. What was I saying? I was saying that I am afraid that she's going to break up with Luke. She's going to mess it up, blah, 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 blah. And then I asked about the writers left after season 6.
Yeah.
And then I was going to say, I'm still not looking at you. Mm-hmm. No, I don't want to ask you any questions, but I just sort of feel like as long as she and Rory end up back together, like how can Rory, I guess because Rory got a taste of life not around Lorelai,
right?
That's how she can now never be around Lorelai. Like, I'm like, doesn't she miss Friday night movies and pizza and hamburgers? Like, doesn't she miss the Wednesday night movies or whenever they go to the movie that Kirk runs? Doesn't she miss everybody? That is one thing about this show that talk about the suspension of disbelief, man, because the way they ended Dean, I was glad they brought Dean back for like 30 seconds when he told Luke, like, dude, she's not going to want you. Like, they want more than this. They don't want us. We're like small town dudes. They want like to travel and they want to see the world and they want this and they want that. You're not going to be good enough. And then they had Lorelai for like a day, like some company wanted to buy the inn and she was going to go get this job traveling. And then they never mentioned it again for like 5 episodes, still haven't heard anything. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, are we ever going back to that? So that's kind of what I don't want to say I'll make a prediction, but I am wondering what's going to happen. What's going to happen with the inn? What's going to happen with Suki? Suki and Jackson are just sort of like side fodder.
Relief.
Yeah. Same with, I love Sally Struthers. Just love her to pieces. Funny.
I didn't realize, somebody pointed this out. Oh, I think it was an interview with Rory, I think, which I totally forgot, that Sally Struthers and Liz Torres, who plays Miss Patty, were on All in the Family together.
Who was Liz Torres?
Liz Torres was like I think like one of their neighbors, maybe. But I remember it. I remember her being on the show. So they've known each other forever.
Wow. Maybe
And
one of them brought the other one in.
Rory was saying how like they have really good stories from like Hollywood and stuff like that. Like it's fun.
Okay.
I will say I really liked the show, and I think I've said this before. I loved the show the first couple seasons just because it was fun. But once Rory and Lorelai like were separated, first by Yale, like physically, and then by all the stuff that went down with Logan and the boat stealing and all of that.
Stupid, and more stupid.
Then there was real conflict, and all of a sudden it was narratively interesting to me. It wasn't just like each episode is like kind of quirky and fun, whatever. Now was like a thread going through, and that made me want to like watch another episode and watch another episode and watch another episode.
Who do you identify with most on the show?
It's a really good question. And I don't know that I really identify with any of them.
Because I was going to say, I don't.
Paris?
Maybe that's why I feel the way I feel, because I identify so closely with Lorelai. Like I feel like this, like she's living my life if I wasn't living this. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
I actually, when I was younger, when I was Rory's age, especially in high school, I would have absolutely identified with her.
Yes,
100%.
absolutely. Yes.
100%.
Now, I didn't get pregnant at 16 and move out or anything. But I would have identified with Lorelai had she stayed on the boring path she was on and didn't have really uber rich parents.
Right.
No. So, I think that's maybe why I feel the way I feel, because I'm very defensive of her and I'm very loyal to her. And if you mess with Lorelai, you mess with the bull,
you get the horns.
Yep.
Oh my God. I can't wait for you to finish. I can't wait for me to finish. I can't wait for you to watch the revival. I want to watch it with you again. I will say I have seen the revival, and believe me, there will be video galore about that. And yeah, I mean, we have there's a lot more. There's a lot to say.
Yes. Let's
do our epilogue, which is the other thing.
Poldark.
Which is Poldark. I don't even remember why I started watching it. I think somebody at John's work. Oh, well, but you didn't sell it hard enough. You didn't sell it hard enough, dude. You did not sell it hard enough. Somebody at John's work watched it and then read the books. Because I'm kind of wanting to read the book.
First book.
Was it good?
And I wish I'd read it before I watched Poldark. You have to read. I might commit a major sin. It would have been really good had I not seen Poldark. I read it after I watched Poldark, and by the time I got to the end of it, I was like, the show's better because, not that it's better, the show is, I can compliment them, it's very close to the book.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And the show has the visuals. Aiden Turner. The show. Your comment was so funny. I'm watching. I think it was maybe you were watching Poldark. I don't know. I get this text. And what did you say?
I said, you totally undersold this show because holy hottie McToasty.
Oh, no, it was worse than that.
Oh, I know what it is. I know what it is. I want to say it. It's his good day, bad day?
No.
Oh, I thought that's what it was going to be. Because that was really
said, this Poldark is and it hit me, you guys, when we were kids, we all loved Journey back in the 80s. And we all had our rock star that we all like had a thing for. Jill was Stuart Copeland from The Police. Mine was John Taylor from Duran Duran. And Tracey was
Neil Sean from Journey.
Neil Sean from Journey, who had dark curly hair, because apparently Tracey can only lust over men who have hair like hers. So she loved, remember Neil Sean? Think, Cutie McCute pants, great shape, kind of a little darker complexion and dark curly hair. Well, what does Poldark have? Great shape, dark complexion, dark curly hair.
I don't think they look anything alike.
They don't, but they're the same type. And I'm like,
plus Neil Sean is more like the Jamie Bell where you can put him in your pocket.
you have a type. So I read your text. I'm like, oh, that's when it hit me. How did I not see this? That she was going to like Poldark because he's that type. So I kind of knew that you were going to dig him.
But I will say, like, and I have to make a meme of this, that if you're watching Poldark on a good day, Poldark is like the hottest thing you've ever seen.
Shannon just said this today on the phone.
On a bad day, y'all, he's Howard Stern.
Demelza. He's like this.
He's like this. He's like, Demelza.
Yeah.
You lied to me. I don't know what accent that was.
I've been outright. He like walks up to her and he's like,
I have to go to the Red Lion.
Didn't you make the supper? I've been out riding.
Wait.
It goes they ride this way. They ride that way.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So funny.
So on a bad day, you're like, oh no. But that was my Linda / John. But on a good day, yeah. Okay, now here's a little interesting tidbit for you.
Yes.
Francis, because every show needs a Francis. Francis, you know Elizabeth's husband?
Yes, I know Elizabeth's husband.
Francis is American.
Really?
Francis is from Virginia.
Really? I know.
I swear I think I started liking him then.
I have to say is Francis, we just watched I think we're 2 episodes into season 2.
Okay.
And the first episode was the 2-hour special where Ross is on trial.
Oh,
trial for his life. And
what? Which what?
On trial for his life.
Oh, Ross. Yeah, that was tough.
And Francis, I was like, Francis was like moping around. Then he went to like Baldame or Baldare or whatever the hell he went. And, you know, clearly he's like writing Elizabeth a note and he is like bringing a pistol. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. Just do it. Because you know what? I want Elizabeth to get with George and go all bad girl.
Put us all out of our misery. Sure.
Just do it already, Francis.
Like, don't you get Francis and George's names mixed up?
I totally just always want to like be all P.B. Herman and go like, Francis. I know you are, but what am I?
I'm sorry, but I need to do more hair props because this, hang on, I'm going to do it. This is George's hair. Okay?
Hey, it's like...
Oh, I'm sweating. George comes over and he's like, Elizabeth, I wish you would call me back.
All right, but I'm only on, I think we're going to start episode 3, so I can't really talk about, for season 2, so I can't really talk about, I think you're probably ahead of me.
That's all there is. It's just 2 so far.
Yeah, no, but I'm only in episode 2. We finished episode 2 of season 2. So I have like 8 more on my DVD.
Friendly with George and Elizabeth are friendly and
yes, and Elizabeth, now George and Ross have made up. George and Demelza just went to it was the episode where they thought Gus or Jeb they thought he got killed, but he really didn't.
Oh, that's so funny.
That was great.
I love those.
All like, I'll get to have winner's reads.
I love those. Don't you need Claire Randall Fraser on this show?
I know.
But
how great would Demelza be as Brianna?
Oh,
I know, right?
Her hair. That's not her hair.
What?
Demelza, her hair is
not her hair. She's probably like Khaleesi, where she has completely different hair.
Let me tell you something. Shoot, what did you just say that I wanted to make mention of? Oh God, talk about now my hair.
Demelza's hair.
Tonight the hair has been used as a prop.
I know. We have to wind this down because I have to go watch Survivor.
All right, wait. We have to finish this one thing that we were just saying. before Demelza's hair. Oh, what do you think of Verity?
Oh, I love Verity.
Is it Verity? Aren't like you see Verity, she shows up and you're like, oh, Verity.
If that husband starts beating on her, though, there is going to be hell to pay. I am not going to be happy about that.
I think. See now, at where you are, I never questioned him.
We kind of did a little bit, just because everyone's all like, "What are you doing, marrying a wife beater?" I can't be like related to a wife beater. Like,
all right, no wait. What about the grandmother?
Oh, she's hilarious. She's like the Dowager Countess, only crazy.
And old with really bad teeth. She's like, don't do it. Wait, hang on. Let me think.
All
So
right.
wait, what went down at the end of season 1?
It was the baby. They had the phlegmy throat or whatever, the funky throat.
The morbid, the putrid
throat.
Sore throat.
Everyone had the putrid throat, and Elizabeth was like, and Francis was like, and so Demelza went and took care of them, and then she got sick, and then baby Julia got sick, and it was just sad and tears. And they finally like end up on, out in the moors looking over the sea.
How they always are, the two of them.
I don't know what the hell that was. And they, and they're all, it's this beautiful shot, and then all of a sudden it's like, there he is!
and then like, there's Simcoe. And then all of a sudden Simcoe shows up.
All right, we need to wind this down because it's been an hour. And there's nothing to cut out of this video because we haven't like said anything bad or.
I need, first of all, put me in a long flowing white dress and I could be on one of these shows right now with the crazy hair. I would be the crazy like older sister who they keep in a room upstairs.
Demelza's another one. Sometimes she looks so like her hair looks great, and other times it's like,
Demelza,
girl, you need to go get that weed ad cut.
Well, sometimes I'm like, could we please let her out of her scullery maid green dress?
Sometimes she wears the scullery maid gold dress.
Yeah, there's two. All right, you need to hurry up and finish because this season it's so short. It's like 8 episodes. I swear.
Poldark?
Yes, it's done.
Yeah, no, I think we have them all on the DVR, so we'll power through.
Tracey, if you've seen 2 of season 2.
Yeah. You
have 6 episodes left. You can finish by the weekend. It is so good, and there is something so huge that I never caught.
Do not spoil.
I'm not saying a word.
Okay.
I never caught something that was said, and the show's over, the season's over, and Shannon calls me yesterday and says, yeah, but blah, 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 and I go, what? So when I tell you it is so good, and I think this is what I started to say about the book. So I read the first book, but I was kind of like, I always, you know me, I'd much rather read the book than see the show. But I think I might cheat and read book 3.
Wow. I
am going to get book 2 from the library and sort of use it as like research. But then I think I'm just going to skip and read book 3 because I think with the Poldark series, I need to read the books I haven't seen yet.
Oh, could be.
So if you have any interest, let me know.
The number 2, the second episode with the whole Poldark Elizabeth Mooney eyes at each other was gagful and made me want to vomit into this wine glass.
Wait, what happened?
When Elizabeth is like, Elizabeth and Francis had some sort of party, and Poldark and Demelza came, but then Demelza left to go find out, all about Jeb.
And was still alive?
Yeah. But then, so she was coming back, and Elizabeth's cleaning up, and Poldark is helping her, and then Poldark's all like, well, you've grown and changed, and I wonder if we would have worked out. And then they were like getting all close, and they're like, I mean, I thought they were gonna like make out, and I was like, no, I won't watch the show anymore if that happens.
Tracey,
really? No.
Tracey, I was so livid at that episode. You don't even know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. So
you finished the episode, right?
Yes.
Because Demelza came back.
Yeah, she came back. She heard it all, but then she gave it to Ross Good, and then she was like, "Well, we're having another kid, so f you." And I know you don't want it, but you're stuck with it now, bro.
Yeah. That I was Jamie Fraser Indian squaws mad at that.
Yeah. No, it's not good. It's not good. All right, you guys. So that's pretty much caught us up, with you on what we're watching. There will be another one of these when I finish Turn and Carol finishes Gilmore Girls and we watch the revival. We have to have just a Gilmore Girls podcast because
you should come here. When's Tom? He's going away during the week though. I was going to say you should come here and we should have a pajama party with popcorn and pizza and cheeseburgers and do a Gilmore Girls thing.
We did that for the revival. We watched the first 2 episodes at a friend of mine's house, and we had Pop-Tarts and like all sorts of snacks, and we ordered pizza. And then I came home at around like 8 or so at night, and I watched the other 2 by myself here, and I was done like 12:15. So binge the whole thing. But I will watch it again with you guys because I really do need to see it again. There's a couple parts I've watched again, but I want to watch the whole thing again.
I'm hanging up now and I'm going to go watch like 2 more. And then I have to go to bed.
Okay. And I have to go watch Survivor. So you guys, you know the drill. You know where to find us. We're on Twitter. We're on Facebook. If some more good Outlander stuff comes down the pike, Diana is putting out a book of short stories, but it's all the short stories we already know. She's just putting them all in one book. So that's very convenient.
I saw that, like that. I'm going to get that because I want them all together. Because how many times do we say, wait, which was this in Scottish
Prisoner? Or was this in Virgins? Or was this in this?
Yeah.
No, it's going to be totally good to have like a definitive volume.
Right.
Did we ever talk about So Tell the Bees that I'm
Every time I hear that title, I think of Gilligan's Island. When they were, you need me.
Weren't they the bees?
You need me. You need me.
Yeah, no, it's Go Tell the Bees that I am gone. Buzz, buzz.
Maybe that's just a working title.
No, I think it's the real title. Interesting. Very interesting. But other than that, I don't know.
I need to give Dinah Gabaldon some love and props. Did you see her adorable picture the other day with Sam Sykes, her son, who is the sci-fi novelist?
A celebrated author in his own right.
Yeah. It was the cutest thing I've ever seen because she's like here and he is massive. And it reminded me of my own wee Ian, who is taller than me and is going to be a lot taller than me eventually. I just thought it was just the cutest thing.
Oh, somebody's sending me a direct message on Twitter about Survivor. So I totally have to watch it. Oh my God. Because I want to know.
Find out what happened.
I know.
All right, guys. We'll see you later.
We will see you later. Have a good one. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.